What's going on, people? So, video number 2 for the little Vans pickups that I bought recently. So like I said in the last one, right? I bought these because I was kind of indecisive on which one I wanted the most. And since the price was just low enough, it was one of those things where it's like, you know what? I'm just going to get both of them. So that's what happened, right? And you may have seen, I went over these very briefly in that live unboxing I did when I was talking about those 3 pluses that happen to still be on the floor right here. But anyways, we're here to talk about Vans today. So let's go ahead and break these things out. First off, side of the box for those of you that like to see the side of the box. Now, that's over. Let's go ahead and get these things pulled out here, see what we're talking about. So, I don't remember any exact colorways or anything, if they had something to do with multicolor or purple, or maybe that was the other one. I think this one was just multicolor and the other one was something blotched purple. Doesn't really matter. Nobody cares what the colorway is. You just care about if it looks good, right? At least that's how I feel. And so looking over these things, everything seems to be looking pretty good, minus this one with this lace thing all hanging out here, which I do not like. But since everything seems to be on the up and up, that means it is now review time on this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vans, what was this thing? The old school and blotched paint multicolor. Something to that effect. I'm gonna sit that down there. That's from the last review. But anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about this. We're gonna start with the bottom because that makes sense to me. So across the bottom, what you're seeing is something you've seen before because it's the same outsole you've seen a million other times. Moving on. Up here on the midsole, same story as before, right? Same as the bottom. Nothing new, same stuff. It just works for Vans, right? It's what they do. Now, moving on to the upper. This one, it doesn't have a whole lot more going on than the last pair did. It's very much the same thing in that once you've seen a little bit of it, you've kind of seen all of it. It's got a nice corduroy upper. That's why I bought these. You can see a little bit of stitching down in here. You got some yellow kind of lining around the laces and along the bottom, and this nice black strip, right? I believe that's just kind of a standard old school look. I don't really buy a lot of Vans, so correct me if I'm wrong. And then you've got some black laces. All of that is stuff you could have seen just by looking at one simple picture, which has likely played across the screen by now. So let's go ahead and just move on into the inside of here, see what's going on. I believe it's not very much, and no, it's not. It says Vans and it says Comfycush, and that's what you get, right? But I tell you what though, those are just some simple letters and words in there, but they carry a lot of weight. Or very little if you want to go by like actual weight of the shoe. You know, it's one of those things. But now that that's all out of the way, we kind of talked about the shoe a little bit. We're just going to go jump on into the sizing and comfort and all that with like the videos, because that's what people like to see. So now that those are in here, here's the thing about these, right? These are super comfortable compared to like the previous style, right? And I'll break those out in a minute. But these, they actually have cushioning in there, right? Crazy idea. Compared to the last ones that felt like you just had a board strapped to your foot and you were just stomping around and it was just terrible. So that is a huge upgrade. I'm not going to say it's like phenomenal comfort that I've never seen before. It's probably, as compared to the last one, like a Presto, like the original Presto or something, at least in the outsole or midsole there. So don't go thinking it's going to be life-changing, but your feet are definitely going to thank you if you've been wearing a lot of the standard Vans before. Now, moving past that, the fit of these shoes, they do feel a little more snug than the last ones do, like the standard ones. And I'm going to say that that's probably due to like the extra insole going on in here. Can't really say for sure, but that's just my theory on it. Now, I went true to size and I'm cool with it. I do also like a snug fit, so that could just be me. You might want to consider actually going up half a size in these, but these are probably available everywhere, so you shouldn't have a problem finding a pair in your local store and trying them on there. Another thing worth mentioning, the insole does seem to add a little bit of a height increase. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I'm not going to be walking around 6'5" wearing these, right? I'm going to be like 5'6.06" or something like that. I don't know. But either way, it's something to think about, right? If you put these on and you feel a little weird, that could be why. They don't look tall or anything. It's just what's going on the inside. So there's that. I don't think there's much else left to really say about these other than that I do like them a fair amount, and I am very happy that I pulled the trigger on both instead of just one, because I could actually see me wearing these fairly regularly, and that's a good thing. That's what you want to say when you buy a pair of shoes, right? You don't want them to sit in a box. Though some people do like to have their shoes just sit in boxes. I don't get it personally, but hey, do what you do. It's your money. So there we go. We're done. Actually, we're not. I'm going to pull out this other pair of shoes here so you can get this quick comparison. So here you have this. I forget what these were called. They had some weird name like Mysterioso or something like that with these tie-dye laces. So these things, they're both old schools, right? These things are freaking heavy, like heavy compared to these. It's weird, you know, because there's not much more going on. There's very much the same. But anyways, comfort-wise, these things are so much better than these because, again, this here, I don't know what it is, but it sucks. So there's that for you. It's a cool look, though. I'll give them that. But that's going to be it. We've done enough talking. Well, I've done enough talking. I'm sure you've done enough listening. So thanks for watching. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Come on back eventually. And I have other videos. I will have other videos that you can watch, or you can just not watch them. Either way is fine with me, honestly. Later, people.